The reason we didn't get cloning in TBC for TBC anniversary is because back in Classic, it took a shit ton of dev manpower, a shit ton of energy, a shit ton of hours. They had to copy, they had to like actually enforce bans on people, breaking the system. There was a lot of back-end work to do TBC, to do like the original cloning service. It took a lot of manpower, a lot of hours. They're just not doing that this time. They genuinely aren't doing that, not because they hate you, not because they think it's a bad idea, because they don't give a fuck. They did transfers because transfers are easy. When they do TBC era at the end of TBC anniversary, you're gonna get the same option. Go to Wrath or transfer your TBC character to TBC era. They're not doing a cloning service. We aren't getting cloning services again. It's too much energy, too much dev time. Legit, all the energy is towards this next project. They sent Zyrene and like 3 people all the way over to Titanforge China. There's probably a total of 5 people. There's probably a total of 5 people working on TBC and MOP combined. The majority are on this next project. Classic Plus, Classic 2, Classic, the Super Season, whatever they call it, right? The name doesn't fucking matter. It's Classic Plus. They don't want to give themselves more work while they're working on, in this context, the future. The TBC players, the MOP players, the Era players, the people going over to Titanforge that aren't Chinese players, we're all the minority. They don't give a fuck about us. Guys, there is 150 million plus accounts of World of Warcraft ever made. If half of them are bots, right? Half of them are bots and trial accounts, right? 75 million. And it's over 150. 150 was like 3 years ago. It could be as high as 170 million. But we're going to go with the 150 million accounts, give or take, that we know. 75 million alt accounts, bot accounts, second accounts, whatever. That's 75 million real accounts. 75 million real accounts. There is supposedly 9 million subbed players right now. Assuming half the player base is bots, alt accounts, second accounts, because every classic player or streamer has 2 or 3 accounts on play on, that's about 6 million people across retail and classic that are real people. That means there is quite literally almost 65 million real people who could potentially come back for Classic Plus. They don't give a fuck about this. None of this matters. The Era players aren't going to play Classic Plus. They've hated Salt the first time. So at the end of the day, the future, Classic Plus, all of this stuff, the last Titan and then WoW 2.0 after the last Titan, it's all about bringing in new players or old returning players. The existing players are here. Your guys aren't generating more money. There aren't that many people coming back to TBC. There genuinely aren't. TBC is gonna have maybe 150,000, 175,000 raiders. Maybe. That's it. That's a good amount. We're not complaining. MOP's under 100k for Throne of Thunder. Under 100k for Throne of Thunder. Supposedly one of the top 5 raids of all time. There's under 100,000 players in Mr. Pandaria. So at the end of the day, no matter what, no matter how you look at this, the future is the goal. Not Classic, not Era, not TBC Anniversary, not TBC Era, not Classic Anniversary, not Mr. Pandaria, not WOD Classic. All of that is superfluous. Keep people entertained while we work on the future. Midnight WoW's hype as fuck. Millions upon millions of people are going to play it. Classic Plus, millions upon millions of people are going to come and try that. In the meantime, nothing else matters. Also, JC Live, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the cult. So the same reason they didn't connect the MOP realms, they said, yeah, that's the right fix. We're not doing it. Exactly, John. It wasn't worth the time or the energy or the player base. Like, all the dev power is on the future. So whilst we could have gotten clothing, it would have taken 10, 15 devs working non-stop full-time, screenshotting the server, saving it, getting all the energy, making sure things work correctly to have cloning work. And the devs just said, fuck that, here's a transfer. It took them, what, 10, 15 minutes to implement total? It's just simply put what it is. There's nothing else about it. There's nothing you can do about it. It doesn't matter. It's simply put, simply is welcome to effectively everything classic until the future. there's over 50 devs. There's definitely not more than 3 devs on TBC and 3 devs on MOP. We're being generous saying there's 6 people working on these 2 servers total. I'm being generous, there's probably only about 6 people working on these total. The majority is off on the future. Why do you think they went full post nerf? Because it's easier. Doing full post nerf is easier. Takes way less time, way less effort, way less energy. Just go full post nerf, and that's less dev energy. They don't want to waste time on MOP or on TBC or any of these things. For example, every single world first race in MOP has been bugged. Why? There's 3 or 4 devs working on Mr. Pandaria for the world first races. Every time, legitimately, every single time in the world first race for MOP, guess what's happened? They've reported the bug in the PTR, and then launch comes out and the bug is still there. They don't have devs working on them. Like MOP, TBC, WAD, Annie, Error. Like all of this is placeholder. Simply put, that's it. We are placeholder players while they work on the future. Because the future's gonna make so much fucking money. Why on earth would they care? What if this is the darkest timeline? Everyone's working on WAD Classic? Ah, man. I'ma just kill myself.